Okay, slightly early switch over, but here we go anyway. We have a match of Dota 2 for 4PL Cup number 2. This is a round 5 match, if I'm correct. First round 5 match of the day that we are casting, or that I am casting and you are watching. And we are gonna see Quantic taking it up against Maphack Slayers. Maphack Slayers that's playing with a couple of stand-ins. Quantic also playing with a couple of stand-ins. So that is gonna be the case. As we see, we see Morphling ban out. That is always good. Yeah, so 4PL Cup number 10. It is a cup with a lot of teams, with one prize pool. Winner takes it all, 400 euros. I know I haven't said that today yet because the prize pool, the finals were still so far away. But now that we're actually in round number 5, I can actually say that. Because we're pretty close by. We're pretty close by to see who's going to take the win. Unless, of course, it's going to take so long for all the people to finish up their rounds. In which case, the finals will be postponed until Tuesday. Finals, which is, by the way, best out of 3. When the rest is best out of 1. So this is the best out of 1 to determine which one will still be in the competition towards that finals place. As Lycan makes it through the picks and bans, we see that one being picked up. Let's take a quick look through the bans so far. Naga Siren, Morphling, Darkseer. We have a Chen, a Broodmother, and a Lone Druid being banned out from Quantic, and they managed to pick up the Lycanthrope as their first pickup. I mean, there's still a lot of heroes in that we normally see either picked up first or either banned out pretty fast, like for example a Rubik. But then again, you have to have a Rubik player if you want to have, a solid Rubik player if you want to really pick that up, otherwise you probably want to ban it out. But since they didn't ban it, and since the Lycanthrope was doing, they still have the decision, do they want to go for Rubik, or do they want to leave it in the pool to be picked up by Quantic perhaps, which might not be the best idea ever. They go for Venomance and an Enchantress. That is not conventional first picks for Maphack Slayers. I'm not sure what they are aiming for here. Enchantress and Venomancer, they make for a very aggressive tri-lane bottom, as in semi-tri, with Enchantress of course in the jungle, on the enemy jungle I should say. Normally that is where she is at. And Leshrac will be picked up here, and a Rubik picked up by Quantic. So they want to have that pushing power. Lycanthrope has pushing power. Lycanthrope could go in the jungle, Rubik solo, Leshrac solo, and then again, if Lycanthrope is solo, that is possible too, so a lot of options for Quantic here. They don't know, Maphack Slayers don't know, is Leshrac gonna be support, or is Rubik gonna be support, or is none of them support? And for the people asking, we can watch this game, Quantic vs Maphack Slayers, and still jump into the game of Garage Gaming afterwards. For the people that want to see Dandy play, we will still see him play after this match, don't worry about it. As we are waiting for the last pickup for Maphack Slayers before we jump ourselves into the next banning phase, and it is an Invoker. I have to say, this is probably one of the first times that Tidehunter, well, not the first time, but one of the first times that Tidehunter makes it through to this drafting phase, through the first bans and picks. We might see him banned out. Not a lot of team fight yet on either side. Then again, if the if the Dire would pick it up, that would mean that Rubik might be able to steal all that, and if the Dire picks it up, well, they want to apparently have a semi-tri lane. They need they need a carry and a solo lane, so it doesn't really work out unless they want to go for a Tidehunter solo lane, which could be the case, of course. Tinker banned out as well as a Beastmaster. The two solid solo lane heroes being banned out here. Of course, if you want to have Leshrac or Rubik, one of them is going to go solo if you're going to count Lycanthrope into the jungle. And if one of those is going to be a support, they still need one solo lane and a carry to go with their support. In which case, banning out solo lanes is of course the right way to go about it, and banning out the Tinker at that is one of those heroes that is just very annoying to deal with, and you already are dealing with the pushing power from Leshrac and the Lycanthrope. So a really good choice here, banning out a Tinker, as we see the Chaos Knight banned out here from the Dire team. Don't want to face those stuns, and I say stuns because that's probably the most annoying thing. That RNG and then having the chance to get 4-second stuns on there. It's just really painful. And of course the crits, you have to be really lucky. Chaos Knight is probably one of the most RNG based heroes in the game right now, if I'm saying that correctly, with RNG on his stun, RNG on his crits. And in case you don't know, I recently found out that not everybody knows what RNG means. It is random number generator. So, thereby, you have it. And if you already knew, then sorry.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see, last ban out for Maphack Slayers. This is gonna be another solo lane. Winter, the Queen of Pain, still on the pool. Quantic already has their late game sorted with the lycanthrope there.
Reserve time.
So I don't think they're gonna be wanting another one like a like an anti-mage or something. But well, they need to ban probably a solo lane. That's probably the most safe bet to go for. Maybe even a Tidehunter. I was gonna say it. Purely because they don't want to have to deal with that team fight, and they don't want to pick it up themselves, just purely for the fear of having the Rubik stealing the Ravage. Even though, of course, if you play it properly, you will have to use the Anchor Smash after the Ravage, and you won't be able to steal it. But then again, it's still a risk. I mean, we've seen a lot of games in the International over the last weekend, previous weekend, I should say, where Ravage got stolen a hell of a lot by, I believe it was Dundee even, so you don't want to risk that, and that's why they ban out the Tidehunter. And we have seen him as a solo hero as well for a long time. Quantic first pick after this second banning phase, as they're gonna go into their bonus time for the first time this drafting phase. Let's see, solo lane, I mean Queen of Pain, Windrunner still in the pool, Bounty Hunter still in the pool. I was gonna say, no, I was not gonna say Templar Assassin, but it is one of those that fits into the line that I was saying. So Templar Assassin is gonna be the hero that gets picked up. It's gonna be the hero that is gonna pull all the attention to her as soon as she got level 6, level 7, as soon as she got her phase boots, maybe even some extra farm on the side. She's gonna get the attention off from the lycanthrope, making sure that Lycan gets free farm in the jungle, free farm on the lanes perhaps also, and this Brewmaster that will be picked up here by Maphack Slayers might be going for a semi-trialing with that Venomancer and Enchantress double slow there, making it possible for Brewmaster to just walk up there and throw down a clap. That's gonna be his goal anyway. Last pickup for Quantic. Templar Assassin is a solo lane hero, most likely. Even though I have to say, Venomancer is already picked up by Maphack Slayers, which is actually probably one of the hardest counters for the Templar Assassin.
10 seconds remaining.
Refraction goes off in a matter of seconds if you have all the poisons up there. So we might see a bit of change in plan from Maphack Slayers if they want to have Venomancer matching up against the Templar Assassin, in which case they need a support for the Brewmaster still, which might be, for example, be a Shadow Demon or something. But then they don't have enough to deal with the rest. Nah, they probably won't do that. That would not be a good choice to now change their plans around. They don't have the heroes to deal with the amount of push coming off from Quantic, otherwise they need a bit more counter push. Counter push in a solo lane hero. Well, first, let's see. Where's first for Quantic? They still have a minute into their bonus time. They've got a solo lane Templar Assassin, solo lane either Rubik or Leshrac. I'm thinking Rubik, which will mean that Leshrac could go, for example, for a Stand King or an Earthshaker, and then they will have they will have team fight. They will have lane control with the Leshrac and the Stand King or Earthshaker, whichever it's going to be, if it's going to be that. And they have the carry and the lycanthrope. They would actually look pretty good then. But then again, that's what I like to see. Of course, they might be thinking differently. They might be going for something entirely different, and we will find out soon, as there's only 30 seconds left until our bonus time, using up everything they had, which was quite a bit, I have to say. I'm just checking to see what I'm hearing here, but it looks like it wasn't rain. I'm not sure what I'm hearing. That's the downside of casting at home. Sometimes you hear weird sounds. It will be a Windrunner solo lane, or dual lane, whichever it's going to be. Took long enough for that though. An anti-mage instant pickup for Maphack Slayers. I didn't want to ban it out, they want to pick it up. Which means that, well, which one is going to go solo? Enchantress in the jungle? Maybe anti-mage solo top? Could be. I mean, he has got the escape, he has got the blink. It's definitely possible. Let's switch overlay so we can see the teams and we can see who's on which side, which I actually added in the overlay. That is cool. I see that it's not really going there properly. Maybe I can change that. Let's see if I can change that. Where can I change that? No, can't change that. Okay, let's not try to change that. Anyway, and we're waiting for everybody to pick up their heroes before we can jump ourselves into the game so we can see who's playing what, who is going where. Because right now, I mean, Leshrac Rubik could still go either way. Could even go together. I mean, Leshrac Rubik is a pretty solid combination if you think about it. With Rubik Telekinesis and a follow-up stun from Leshrac will be a guaranteed stun. That will mean that Windrunner could go solo and he's going to the washroom. Really? Is that a word? Washroom? So like the kitchen washing his hands, or the toilet? You can call it the bathroom or the toilet. Let us test. Well, I will test it. I will check out the ping, because that is what they were asking about. Checking out the ping. You are able to check out the ping as well for yourself. We see two people of Quantic being very low on ping, 67 and 79. At the same time, though, there's 123. Where are the Well, the rest is about 200. About 200 for the heroes, for the players, for Maphack players. Let's see what they're saying. Did you play all the games on US East? Yes. That's why you were in the semis? Yeah. We need host advantage or GG. Well, that's sarcasm. What's your ping on EU? Over 9,000. Can you ally chat? Thank you. Wow. Okay. So, well, let's check out for Maphack players who is playing what up on the dire side. We see fails on his anti-mage. Previous games that we saw were all fails on the Morphling. This time he's on the anti-mage. Let's see if he can do as good of a job, because so far he has not lost a game with one of his carries. So we'll see. Sava Doom is going to be on the Venomancer. We see Quicks as another stand-in that we didn't see before is going to be on the Enchantress. We see Neri on the Brewmaster this time, and last but not least is Heisu on the Invoker, who is going towards the mid lane. As Brewmaster going bottom together with the Enchantress, together with the Venomancer, so it will indeed be a solo laning anti-mage on the top lane. In the meantime, everybody on the bot lane for Quantic, as there is a party going on. Let's see who's playing what. The actual Quantic members first. We see Painted Gold playing the Rubik. We see Korik playing a Templar Assassin. Brax is going to be playing the Lycanthrope, which will leave Chipmunk, which is a stand-in friend of Korik, on the Windrunner, and it will be the Leshrac being played by Warrior. And I've got told that this is actually Broadstar, in case you're not familiar with him. He is a NA Dota pop player, pretty famous for it, also pretty good. So we'll see these, and we saw him already on the Leshrac earlier today, and was pretty solid at that. As obviously they won, otherwise they wouldn't be here. That is the way it works. If you lose one, you're out, unless you're in the finals, in which case you have a best out of 3. But until then, if you lose one, you're out. Indeed. Observer ward. Everybody gonna move towards their respective lanes. It's gonna be Windrunner supported by Rubik by the looks of it. Maybe a trial lane with Leshrac, Windrunner there. Some harassment being done on both heroes here. Trial lane versus trial lane could be the case with the Templar Assassin solo middle and a Lycanthrope maybe solo top. Could be the case for sure. We'll see if that is the case. Sooner or later. I mean, Lycan is pretty good by himself on a solo lane. He's able to have some good lane control with the wolves and able to get last hit securely with those as well. The only thing he has to worry about is not feeding his wolves to his opponent, which in this case is the anti-mage, but he should be fine versus the anti-mage as well. And I'm gonna put up the last hits in the nice so you don't miss anything of that. I'm gonna miss one last hit so far for the Templar Assassin, one hit, one deny. And in theory, Templar Assassin versus Invoker should be fairly even. Nobody should, in theory, be able to kill each other off. I continuously say in theory because that's the way it's supposed to be. But if it's actually the case, then you know we'll find out. Counterward being done here by Quantic, as they are actively counterwarding here, making sure that there's no vision up on this bottom lane, and it looks like Maphack players are actually giving up on this bottom lane. It only leaves a Brewmaster here. In the meantime, the top lane has some trouble. There will be a Gale soon. TP out from Rockstar. There's nothing they can do to stop this unless they have enough damage to take him down before that, which they don't. It's the right call to deal with that. Otherwise, he would have been gone down. He would have been the first blood. And it is the Enchantress that is in the Radiant jungle. It is the Venomancer that helps the anti-mage farming. And it is the Brewmaster solo bottom level 1. It will probably be kept at level 1 for quite a while unless he wants to risk his life with Leshrac and Rubik being there. Maybe if he's lucky he's gonna get some extra levels here. If he gets it, if he can stay in experience range, which by the looks of it is not really gonna happen anytime soon. But if he does, then he is able to pretty securely get to level 6, and of course you want that Brewmaster at level 6 because only at level 6 you'll be able to really have a big impact on the game. Really make sure the attention goes to the Brewmaster and to the team fights rather than to the anti-mage who will be farming on the side. In the meantime, top lane getting pressured, Enchantress coming out of the jungle already. Lycan thinking, you know what, I'm not going to go up for a 6 man lane, I'm just going to go into the jungle. And rightfully so for him, he's level 3 already from being on the top lane. Tier 1 tower is still going to drop TP in here from the Windrunner, who switched lanes now that this Fernan is here. Power shot will clear out some of the creep wave. It does look like this tower might go down. Maybe there's going to be a deny from the Windrunner, but Windrunner being very safe. And I like this play, don't deny. I like this play from the Enchantress, pulling away the creep wave so that the creep wave didn't bother them in trying to take down the tower. So tower down, first tower of the game before even the first blood hits. And it's gonna be Windrunner that will probably stick here on this bottom lane. And that first tower, of course, will give Anti-Mage some extra room to farm, which is good for him because he wants to farm, because it's what Anti-Mage do. They farm a lot, really a lot. But then again, he's up for his Lycan. Lycan's farm a lot too, so we'll see how that's gonna work out for him. Korok in the meantime, 16 for 10 with Haste 2 on 8 for 1, so definitely Templars hasn't taken the advantage of the middle lane here. It's not going to be until one of these gets a kill that we really know who is having the massive advantage there. We see Windrunner being forced away, burned away all her mana by the Anti-Mage, but gonna do some harassment back. Can't throw down a power shot anymore, but look at that harassment. Anti-Mage doesn't have boots, will be able to be forced back because there's no boots on the Windrunner either. And no first blood just yet. Anxious not to miss anything. Meantime, Leshrac bottom lane, he is 9 for 5 with Brewmaster, level 2, 0 for 0 for 0 for 0. That is how it goes. Leshrac stuns the creeps, making sure that he can get some last hit there and doesn't get harassed that much. Because the normal creeps that would tank up the other creeps are being farmed in the jungle, helping out Rubik getting to level 3, helping out the Lycan farming in the jungle, and doing a good job all around. Leshrac level 4, I mean, this Brewmaster is really not having a good time right now. In the meantime, gank going on in this middle lane. They want to go for the Templar Assassin. There's no refraction because no mana. He's popped himself in the mouth, but there's the dust, and that is going to be his first blood. Invoker picking it up. We saw Chipmunk trying to go for the knife because the kill was on there, but it is not enough, and the first blood is going to go towards Maphack Slayers, towards the Invoker, and even though, like I said, he wasn't in favor of the last hits at the start, he is definitely taking advantage of the map right now, and we see Sava Doom and Quicks on his way towards the bottom lane, probably looking to find a kill, looking to give some more farming potential to this Brewmaster, but they don't know there's an invisible Rubik right here hanging around. They only see the Leshrac. They know that Rubik should be around here somewhere though. Rubik is now gonna find them. Here comes the courier, but he will be saved. Lycan gonna find the Venomancer, telekinesis, stun from Leshrac, and that is a kill. Leshrac picking up the last hit. Enchantress doesn't know how fast their 4 legs can carry her out of that situation. The Brewmaster still, he's level 3. He's at least getting some levels right now. You know, every little bit helps, I guess. Chipmunk 23 for 7, and Anti-Mage is 28 for 3. I have to say, Chipmunk really is shaping up. I mean, she got last hits on the bottom lane as well, so it wasn't bad to begin with. But now she's keeping up with the Anti-Mage, which is a good thing. Templar Assassin also trying her best to keep up. Of course, she gave away first blood, but she is now level 6. She can throw down some traps, and she can maybe get some more harassment up on that Invoker, because Templar Assassin is of a higher level than the Invoker, quite surprisingly so. And there's more ganks incoming. And there is going to be a gale, which will pop up the refraction. Dust is there as well. There's a trap. It's going to slow them down, but will be enough? I don't think so. He's going to try to get a kill in return, though. He's not going to be able to do so. Here comes Warrior, able to do it still. Leshrac, is he going to get it? Self, Nature's Attendance. Leshrac still not hitting. Quick's going to get out of there. Warrior not getting a kill anymore. But who does get a kill is a Lycan throw. Telekinesis up on the Invoker. Rubik here as well. Fatebolt, Invoker. Gonna do what he can. Stun doesn't hit, but doesn't care. Rubik picks up the last hit. They might not have been able to kill off the Enchantress, but they were able to kill off the other 2 that were there, getting a revenge for the Templar Assassin, who still died. And we haven't paused, and we're gonna move away. Stinky is in the house. Okay. I wonder if he's talking about my cat. Because he is stinking right now. Oh, sorry. A question mark on the top lane being put out from the Venomancer. Question mark on the Anti-Mage. What is Anti-Mage doing? Oh, actually, the question marks all over the map. Not just for the Anti-Mage. Oh well. I mean, both of these should not die unless there's going to be help from outside. Unless Windrunner is being very uncautious versus this Anti-Mage. She's getting bird and mana. Won't be able to Windrun. Mana Void. Maybe he's able to get a kill. But he needs to chase her down quite far. And he needs a bit of more extra space right now. The Strike has to back off. Lycanthrope has got a medallion, so he's ready to go for Roshan pretty soon. Doesn't have boots, but he does have the gold to do so, especially now that he picked up that kill on the middle lane. He's been in all 3 kills that have been done so far. Good job for him. Windrunner, look at how safe she's trying to be. Still getting last hits though. Failed in the meantime. you know, he's not too worried about not being up for his Windrunner. He's getting last hit as well. Regeneration rune up on the Brewmaster with level 4. It has got some free farm range on this bottom lane. I don't think he notices just yet. Even though he should, because he knows the Shrek moved to the middle lane. But he is being so careful right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, who cares that there's really nothing on the middle lane and bottom lane? Really. Apparently, Quantic doesn't care. Lycan doesn't care. Lycan who got his boots. And we have Genking team again, smoked up. And this time with an Ursa Warrior. Gale, Ursa Warrior. Slow. More slows. No disable though. Just slows, a lot of slows. There's still 3 heroes on the mid lane for Quantic, so they won't be able to get a kill up on Korok Daddy. The Telekinesis Invoker, is he gonna die? He's gonna die. He's really picking up the last hit. And it looks like the gank is gonna be up on the Windrunner because of that. Windrunner who is gonna try to get away. There's slow, there's clap, there's more slows, there's gonna be a Gale, there's a blink, there's gonna be a block, and there's gonna be TPs in. Will be in time though. Chipmunk trying to stay alive, doesn't have a Windrunner anymore, goes down, some hits on the Antimates though. Telekinesis as well, will be enough, he blinks away, should be fine. No kills being done here on this top lane, apart from the Windrunner going down to a pretty successful gank. In the meantime, and the thing that the Radiant side is trying to do succeeds. They try to pull the attention away from the Lycan, throw up a Lycan with that freedom, picks up a tower kill. I mean, doesn't care about Roshan just yet, does have the Middle of Courage, which we already saw, and takes the tower freely, because this was a free experience lane. Free lane, nobody was there, and he knew that, he saw that. With Brewmaster being actually in the middle lane, picking up his level 5, wanting to go for his level 6. In the meantime, top lane, we see Antimage trying to get away, is able to blink, but is now out of mana if he wants to go again, but they don't want to follow. Actually, even if they wanted to, they kind of can't follow, because the blink was just too fast for them to deal with. Level 6 now on the Rubik, so we will see him stealing off some spells. If he's lucky, he's going to get the Brewmaster split. It's going to be his goal, of course. The blink is a pretty good one to have on the Rubik as well. We've seen blinks before. Oh, Antimage still going down. Why did he go back there? He probably didn't have mana to blink away still, but I'm not sure why he actually went back. Not a very smart play. Apparently so, because he died. But yeah, we've seen Rubik blink away. He had massive movement speeds, being all over the map. In the meantime, gank coming in from the side. Looks like they are aware of it, so they back out. Lycan being there as well, or if they do go, and it would be a 3-on-3, which is not really ideal if you have the Venomancer there as well as the Enchantress.
Is under attack.
2 heroes that are quite squishy, especially if there's going to be a Lycan in the middle of all of that. Lycan reaches level 7 versus an Enchantress at level 5 and a Venomancer at level 4. Tier 1 tower getting pressured. Korok not even needing to put his reflection up for that. Lands a trap. Level 5 still up on the Brewmaster. It's almost level 6, so there's level 6. And it looks like he might want to. Nah, he doesn't want to go in. Too risky. 4 heroes here of the Maphack Slayers. Way too risky. And that is almost all tier 1 towers down. I mean, tier 1 tower went down in the top lane also. Antimage still trying to farm. 49 last hits. The same thing as a Windrunner. Windrunner who's just keeping on the lane. Together with the Shrek, by the way, who's still on the side there as well. Tier 1 tower here getting pressured. I don't think they want to go in on this all too much. Antimage blinks away there. I'm still keeping track on that one to hope to not miss a kill there again, because it could just happen if there's a Shrek Sun, if there's a good Shackle, that might just be a kill. In the meantime, Lycan free farming. Just some intermezzo. Antimage is not free farming, Lycan free farming, because there's 4 heroes here of Maphack Slayers. We're in the middle lane trying to do something, and now Brewmaster will go towards the bottom lane. I don't think he's going to be able to kill off the Lycan though. Lycan, who is just putting his eyes on the tier 2 tower here on his bottom lane. Let's take a look at the gold graph, the experience graph, heavily in favor of the Radiant side. No surprise there. They have constantly more people farming on the map. Shackle is not latching, so no kill. Stun from the Shrek, not even needed. Partials will still get a Templar Assassin picking up a kill in the meantime up on the Venomancer side. She wants to go for the Invoker. Invoker's invisibility is not going to be in time because there's a dust up on there. One more right click needed. Korok. And there's the refraction keeping her alive. Double kill for her as Enchantress managed to pick up the kill on the Rubik. Not able to save the Invoker anymore, but at least not going away empty-handed. And we do have a mechanism being built up on the Enchantress. Templar Assassin, what are you doing? Oh, quick melt damage, look at that, the refraction there, 2 hits! And the crit helping out. Ha ha ha, indeed. And that is another kill for Korak. Free kill as Enchantress just unaware came across a very deadly assassin. And that will be the last tier 1 tower dropping on the side of the Dire, on the side of Maphack Slayers. As Lycan is gonna probably continue pushing here again with his next creep wave. Venomancer is still level 5. I mean, the level difference is quite intense. This is the gold difference, by the way, spiking up, not just because of the extra kills that Quantic has been able to do, but also because of the towers that are just going down so fast. With only 1 tower so far going down on the Dire side, for the Dire side I should say. Lycan though in a lot of trouble, will probably go down here. One more rank is needed. It's actually the tower that gets the last kill going through. Doesn't hit on the Leshrac as intended. And Leshrac, who is being stunned here by the Brewmaster uses ultimate, is going to try to TP out, should be able to be doing so. In the meantime, Tornado up on the Rubik. It's gonna be the Korak picking up the Invoker. Brewmaster will be turning into himself quite shortly. Lands a clap, Rubik Telekinesis still alive. He pops his 6 charges, able to do a lot of healing with that, but it's not enough. Brewmaster picking up the last hit. Brewmaster, who will still probably drop to this Korak Templar Assassin. Double kill for Korak here, and he wants to go for the Enchantress as well, because here comes the Windrunner. Gale hits him too, though. That is interesting. Just being used. I didn't know Refraction is quite useless now with everything there, but she's gonna try to TP away anyway, but the clap will end her life. Buyback from the Brewmaster, making it worth it. See you, bad manners. Well, I'm not sure if it's bad manners, because I don't know how these teams interact with each other normally, but normally, if you do something like that, I don't know this guy. Okay. Well, that's interesting that he says that right after I asked how these teams interact with each other. Anyway, it is the Templar Assassin that goes down to the Brewmaster Club. Lycan, who died pretty fast in the fight and didn't even pop his wolf form. I guess, oh wait, actually, you don't think he had any mana. And one thing to note is that in the meantime, Anti-Mage was not involved in that fight, was just on the top lane farming. And that is gonna be the secret weapon for the Dire side. I mean, Lycan, who is supposed to be fighting, farming for the Radiant side, free farming, and getting his farm up. Oh, wait a second. Telekinesis will be there, and there's gonna be a Leshrac stun as well as a Shackle, and wow! Power Shot or Shackle not even needed. That damage is just insane. Leshrac picking up the last hit. And that will make everything I wanted to say not worth saying anymore, because of course the Anti-Mage is still getting shot down. Did pick up his Claymore before he died though. Able to use that. Blink in, because he stole the blink from the Anti-Mage. Looking for a kill. There's the dust, Telekinesis, Fade Bolt, and that is a kill for Templar Assassin once more. Templar Assassin also got a Blink Dagger. And it's gonna be a Roshan kill finally. It's quite a late Roshan for the team that the Quantic has. And they have got the minus armor for with the medallion there, so he will go down fairly fast. And of course, not just that, but the melt damage gives some minus armor as well, so he will go down very fast. There's nothing that the Dire can do to stop that. Telekinesis, Venomancer gets Shackle. No, Shackle doesn't hit. I think it should have hit on the Anti-Mage, but is it not that high level? No, it's for level 4. That's Gale hits on the Leshrac, and the stun still kills off the Venomancer though. Leshrac getting money for his mana. For his stun. Leshrac was building towards, say, Bloodstone once more. Point booster, I should say. No, Bloodstone. It is actually Bloodstone. Because he has a point booster. It's late. That's my excuse. Looks like Quantic is getting ready for a push. They still have the Lycan farming on the side, so they're gonna try to split push. Blink in from Quantic from Cold. But now he doesn't have any mana anymore, so he can't really go in on that one, as he has mana boot, so he blinks away straight after. No initiation here from Maphack Slayers. I mean, they don't really need to farm all that much, or need to fight all that much. Ooh, Shackle, Ledges, Brewmaster, Power Shot. Will he go down before he can split? Yes, he will. Templar has him picking up the kill. In the meantime, Lycan killing off the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. As it looks like we might see this tier 2 tower on this middle lane drop as well. Slow goes off on Templar has him blink in, melt damage. Their Nature's Attendants helping out. Power Shot there will be enough. Fate Bolt there as well. Mechanism helping out. And there's not gonna be a kill for Korak for that one. As we see Lycan chasing down the Venomancer, getting the kill up on that one. Lycan running out of there, gets a cold snap though. In the meantime, Anti-Mage goes down in the middle lane. Oh, I say in the middle lane, but it wasn't really in the middle lane, it was on the side.
Dire's middle tower has
and Lycan will be able to back out from that one. Anti-Mage actually died right here, and the GG well played goes out. GG well played. They don't think their Anti-Mage can farm fast enough to deal with this, so we'll have Quantic making it through to the next round. And we'll see the next game. And the next game will probably be Garage Gaming, so the team that you want to see, because it has Dandy, Vorst and Kebab and NS in it. We don't know yet against who they are, because that team was still fighting when, or their opponents were still fighting for the spot to fight against them. We're still fighting when we started this game, so I'm not sure who they're going to be up against. We're waiting for the Brewmaster to disconnect, and otherwise bye Brewmaster, for the throne to explode, for the tower to get killed off. And yeah, so this is a match for 4PL Cup with a lot of teams this weekend. And you can find the brackets in links that have been posted in the chat. I will link them again when this game is over, so you can see them again. There goes the Brewmaster, so we will be able to continue to see the throne explode quite shortly. You can show some support to 4PL if you go to facebook.com/4pl.dota2 with the 2 just written down as a number, where you can like them on Facebook. That is, show them some love. Go do that. And you can follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming. So you can do that too. I'm actually the same name at most social sites, so also Facebook, also Twitter, also my website. So go check that out. And we'll be seeing another game of Dota 2s very soon. So stay tuned for that, as I will show you the end screen for a little while longer. Well, for a little while, not a little while longer, for a little while, so that you can see what was going on the map and anything I might have missed in the meantime. But yeah, that was a 17-minute GG. Quantic Gaming taking the win, going on to the next round in the 4PL Cup number 10. Stay tuned for more Dota.